Let's see. That's it. That's enough politics. But it just had to be added. As we all know that if I want to play without political commentary, I go for Disco Elysium. If I want to play a game heavy on political commentary, I go with Paper Mario. I just always like to change things up a little bit. Oh, hey there. I was just sort of wrapping things up. I don't know if other people are available now. I think I already ushered out Pork Chop. And then I started my own communist manifesto, which, to be fair, was not much of a communist manifesto. It was more of a, I guess, a French Revolution manifesto, because I didn't like how the monarchy was presented in Paper Mario. So very posh and disdainful of the unwashed, what do you call it? Hard-working blue-collar people in this little harbor town that they're visiting. Very, very ugly stuff. But yeah, I think I'll go and work, if you can call it that, on my next playthrough, my next VOD, which I will broadcast later this week. Unless people right now have a particular appetite for live gaming, I think I'm kind of good. I like ranting. Remember when I just ranted for entire streams, 2.5 hours, browsing the internet and then showing random clips? Those were days. I even did that when no one was around. I burned out on it, obviously, but still, those streams are fucking legendary. But last year was definitely experimental, wasn't it? Streams were all over the place. I think I tried pretty much every format. Wait a second. I tried. Can I exist? I tried everything from just like regular rambling streams up to fitness to sleep streams to just organizing things in The Sims 4 and making a laid back stream that I didn't expect people to actually show up for. And I did the hot tub stream, so to speak, my version of it anyway. Why don't I appear? Even though I just... Damn, I'm big. Big. But I think I've kind of found my footing with this vague combination of pre-recorded and now and then a live session with a bit of rambling in between, a bit of interaction. It's kind of chill. It's not the most thrilling for me necessarily, but it's also less pressure, and I think that's healthy. I think pressure should come from things with. Well, no, I don't want to sound ungrateful, but it is a hobby. Subs notwithstanding, it feels a lot like a hobby. So I'm trying to keep it as manageable as possible. Well, I'm gonna hang up. I'm gonna hang up the call. See you guys around. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for checking me out. Next time, I expect some Baten Kaitos. I have managed to get the game off to work. That's right, the RPG Maker game off from 2008 that I may play at least once. If there are any games or series you'd like me to prioritize that you've seen on the stream but not recently, this year that is, then feel free to talk about it in the server. I will consider suggestions. I will sniff the suggestions and taste them. And sometimes even implement them. I get around to it. But usually I just snort them. And, well, I just take the attention and run with it. But it's definitely appreciated if people discuss the stream in some way, so I have an idea what they might want. And when I feel like I'm just disappointing everyone, I don't think I can possibly disappoint my beloved audience, though. You're too cute. You're too sweet. You're too sweet. You were. You were. Back from the birds again. How much water do they need? I thought you just watered them. Are there new birds? Did new birds sprout? They're all good. All right. Can the birds just come to you for the water? I was just saying, again, if you guys want to see specific games or a certain type of content that is within the boundaries of my new TOS, then the server is your oyster and your cloister and your moister. This stream was sponsored by ChatGPT reps and sick burns. But yeah, seriously, there's just so many fucking games I somewhat abandoned. And if people are like, oh shit, please bring back Lost Eden. Sure. But otherwise, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want because nobody else is saying anything. So I'll just leave it up to my interpretation and wisdom in that case. Which means I only play things that in that moment I feel like playing, so don't expect any games to get finished. The game suggestion you made a while ago? You can make game suggestions for new games, but that's always gonna have a lesser chance of working out. It's more like which series do you want me to continue, sort of thing, that I think has a better chance. Because when it comes to new games in general, I already got a wide selection of that stuff that I don't get around to or could introduce, but then would come at the cost of another thing. But yeah, you can leave suggestions. It's just that I don't know about getting around to new ones. In the end, you see how I play games. It is 80% ranting. That is the stream. It is not me playing a game. It's me ranting while a game is trying to get a word in. You need a list? Check the playlist. Don't you recall? Don't you recall everything that happened on stream? I would think that you would go back and constantly watch the VODs and just 24/7. Well, it doesn't matter too much. You'll be reminded of what I was playing when it shows up again. If you need a list, then technically it means that I wasn't necessarily playing something you couldn't wait to see more of. That you were literally obsessed with and you just want me to continue. So, like, if you need a list, I'm already giving you ideas on what ideas you can give me. That's not how it works, pal. You gotta remember it. It's gotta come from your heart. That's right. So, like, if you were like, oh god, Secret of Mana, I missed that game. I want to see more of it. I want to find more about the lore, and that would be a proper suggestion. If I need to tell you, like, I played this game and this game and this game, you're like, I guess I can. I'll take this. You don't have vegetarian options? Well, I guess I'll take this one. It doesn't work. It needs to come from your heart. A quest born from passion. Look, I never said I was an easygoing guy, but I do like to think I make sense. I cannot tell you what you want from me, because otherwise I might just as well skip the whole involving other people part and go straight to telling you, you want this, you need this, you want this, watch this, eat this, and shove it down your throat. What are my little birdies in chat? Let's see. How about this game? I'll give you a little sample. Just a sample. I had to put in my headset, otherwise you're gonna hear echoes. Yeah, I had this game started up, I forgot. I can do this game live, probably. It's a bit slow live though. You won't be getting whiplash. Man, I gotta cut out that whole unhinged rant in the middle if I'm gonna continue now. It's gonna be 2 VODs instead of 1. I don't know if it was that unhinged, I just don't trust my... No encounters. It can be off. You cannot fight these NPCs. Anyway. What a boy that Palolo is! When he plays tricks on people who doesn't care who's around to see it. I can't help but be impressed by his wit and skill. This is his wit and skill in effect. So he showed up at that house. Thanks to you, it looks like he didn't do anything rash to it. Look at my house. This picture drawn by the best artist in town was ruined. That's hilarious. Yeah, it's comedy gold, isn't it? It's not the least bit amusing. I'll never forgive that little... What a good-for-nothing man. Didn't even notice this. Didn't he? Just admiring the wit and skill. Scrap of paper falls out. Holy shit. Oh, that was a nice touch. The kitchenware is so well polished you can see your face in it. Alright, I feel like I've been to this house. There's always a lot of character and personality in these descriptions. Should update a game title quickly. Best artist in town. Oh, she did not get scammed. That is a totally fair price. That's what I paid for my channel emotes from this lovely chatter that just came in one day and offered me a package deal on emotes for just 10 million. Whatever the currency was in this game. Let's see, the stream game has been updated. Encoding is overloaded. Ah, that's always lovely. That's always lovely stuff, isn't it? Hold on a second. Which fucking profile are we talking about? I never really have the issue that the encoder is overloaded when I don't stream at the same time and just record it. It's weird. Oh well. There might be frozen frame rates anyway. But for now it seems to run. I hate this couple. It makes me heterophobic. That's right, I told you guys like that are no match for me. What are you doing? Hey, watch where you're going. Fuck off. Hope they get pushed off the cloud. Actually, people in this world can sprout wings. So we need to find another way to get rid of this couple. What does it remind me of? Like a slight upscale of some Final Fantasy VII character. Where's Palolo? Oh, here. Wait a second. Lots of hidden corridors or hard to see. Openings, door openings, and that sort of thing here. Though you can at least see that it's very picturesque. In the original, I couldn't really have told you that there was this sort of painting-like quality to the textures because it was all too small and compressed. Here you can actually see the brush strokes.
Yep, this is it. Right on.
Yay. Quality.
Wow. Isn't that a rainbow spider's web? I'll take that off your hands.
Huh? No way. This is mine, Palulu.
All right, kid.
No way.
I kept my end of the bargain. Are you gonna show me how to get into the mansion?
I'm not sure the voices are loud enough. These beautiful voices. These emotive voices.
Okay, okay. A promise is a promise. See this well here? There's a secret passage at the bottom that leads to the mansion.
So I actually had to defeat some kind of giant spider for him to tell me that I just need to go down the well. That was right here. In plain sight. Not exactly some kind of hidden... Well, whatever.
It ain't very deep and the water's pretty much gone, so it's no big deal. You might get a little wet once you're inside the mansion, though.
Palola's supposed to be this wild rascal. And it sounds like the whole town is just feeding him Ritalin candy.
I see. How did you find this passage? I'm impressed.
I like that Carlos at least has emotion in his voice.
Well, you know, being the master of shadows and all, it was nothing. Hey, you said you're in a hurry, right?
Palola sounds depressed, the house.
If you're not ready yet, do what you need to do. I'll be waiting here.
All right.
No, I did some dumb side quests already. I think I'm ready. Squeak! Oh, I need to talk to him to go down?
Are you ready to sneak into the mansion?
Well...
Okay, let's go.
Be careful in there. That mansion's full of spooky helmet heads. Don't get caught, okay?
I'll watch my step. See ya. And thanks for the help, Pololo.
I'm still a little bit in shock about the voice acting of random characters. It's been a while, so I forgot just how awful it could get. I do think I'm too groggy for it right now, though.
Are you sure this is a rainbow spider's web? I don't think it is.
Yes, it is. How would you know? Did you see that fucking rainbow spider?
It's not. They're really hard to find this time of year.
I actually defeated a rainbow spider for it, but sure.
You knew all along, but you showed him the passage anyway? That
It
was
would
nice
have
of you.
made sense if I had just picked up some spider web that looked a bit shiny, but I actually defeated a fucking glowing rainbow spider for it. These kids are talking out of their asses. How would they know? They would be devoured alive by this spider. They've never seen this fucking cobweb.
Yeah.
Shut up, die. Is there a political ideology that proposes the eradication of kids? Or is that a bit Baruga-esque of me?
Phew.
That was very ASMR. Oh, he came out of the fun. Baruga is like, we don't need new people, we just need to turn everyone that's there into a zombie.
Giacomo must
Or at least
be
some
on that
people.
ship. Which means we gotta get up to the roof.
Does it even matter at that point if you turn people into zombies? Wrong game, I know, but I sometimes think about that. You're gonna turn them into a bunch of sad green bastards. You just turn anyone into that. You don't need the best of the best for that. It's very quantity over quality. Right, we're still chasing after the guy that abducted our friend and killed our grandpa. Or his grandpa. I am a separate character. Shouldn't we find Zelha first? I don't know what's the right answer here. There's always a right answer. Let's find a way up. I don't think he gives a shit about Zelha that much.
Yeah, you read my mind.
There you go. He doesn't care that much yet. If he ever does.
I'm coming for you, Giacomo.
So we're breaking in. The political situation is that this seems to be an independent nation, but I think the Empire does have a bit of a superpower position, so in this case, the other nations are sort of forced to kowtow to some extent. And the Empire is up to some shady world-ending shit as always. Or some forces in the Empire are. But this guy seems to be a general that Cullis has some history with, and for some reason killed his family. And we're chasing after him in the mansion of some local lord. I'm trying to piece it together as I say the words. Yes, give me the flame. Don't know if we need it. I don't know if anyone could explain the lore better. But they're loosely affiliated with the Empire. And the lore in this case is a bit... Oh, we can kill the guards, I see. Happily will. Oh, this is my special power, charging up one of his cards.
I am the fire.
We're just
Hear my voice.
such good friends that I give him some extra finishers now and then. Which is why I try to give the right answer. Stay on his good side. I like how he's blocking bullets with his sword. No, I don't. I guess we can do a finisher on him.
Get ready for the fireworks.
Oh god, why am I yawning?
Style. Blue storm.
Why am I yawning, guys? Being a little exhausted. Oh, I was thinking it didn't stop him from shooting me, but it actually did. I think some back pains, at least,
You need this.
kept him from pew-pewing. Yes, you need this to your face.
That was way
See,
too
you need
easy.
this is something they would say if you use an item. But the funny part is that the bamboo stick, the pointed bamboo stick, is a natural upgrade, or rather, is what the bamboo shoot morphs into over time. So when you attack them with a bamboo stick, the game still registers it as an item with an item voice line. At least the mod does. I don't know if it was this in the like this in the original remake. But yeah, you attack them with a sharp stick, and he still gives the sort of voice line as if he's healing them, which is curious. Oh, we're temporarily not engageable. Now let's throw out the sword. Put in a long one. The short ones are the fucking worst. They have the lowest attack, and I still haven't been able to get rid of them. Then there are swords that are better, but they don't have a defensive option. Like the Young Bamboo. I hope that Young Bamboo stays like Young Bamboo and doesn't morph into Rotten Bamboo. Geriatric Bamboo. Because my banana's spoiled. Oh yeah, another reason why I wanted the English version of this game, I wanted to install the mod for this, was that they changed alcoholic beverages to some shit like tea and brew. Like, they removed references to wine and beer. Like we're, what are we, fucking 4? And it makes no sense because you got fruits that ferment into alcoholic beverages like wine or apple cider, and it just turned into apple juice now, and tea, which is very forced. And the other thing I didn't like when I read about the changes is that they changed one of the characters' grammar into correct English, where originally they didn't conjugate the verb be to be. So it was the character is like Mizuchi referring to herself as that. Mizuchi be invincible, but not that invincible. Lines like that, and I know I was playing in Japanese, so sometimes it matters a bit less, but Mizuchi not using incorrect grammar is incorrect. So I'm glad they corrected it back. They just don't understand. Didn't have enough respect for source material. What were they afraid of? That like the character literally cannot be interpreted as anything racist, so I don't know why it couldn't talk by saying B.
I'll roll you up.
I find it refreshing to fight
Yeah. Take this.
idiots with helmets and guns
I am
with
time.
a sword.
Hear my voice.
Feels very old school.
Lingering time.
That was another upgrade on my part. Okay, I'm yawning way too much. I'm gonna see if I can save. But I just wanted to show it, because maybe you guys don't remember when I played this back in November. But I do want to continue it. Right, there was an autosave. Yeah, just dive into the fountain. You know how you fit down a fucking drain? Through a pipe? But I think our Hanny might actually... Let's see. I do detect a bit of a corset shape on him. Some luscious wide hips and kind of a narrow waist, but maybe that's how he's able to fit. Squeeze through with those skills. It's that kind of ribless finesse. Yes, let's save. And continue another time. Very sorry the stream was a bit late tonight, and it was also a big there was a big contrast between part 1, which was pre-recorded when I was at my most coked up, and part 2 where I was just already sleepy. Jumping off the top the ladder. Not the bucket, just the pipeline. Just straight into the pipeline. Maybe he's also made of paper. Just folds himself up and slithers through the pipes. But yeah, there's no way. It just doesn't look like that fountain is in some way connected to the well that a human being might be able to fit through. So, let's go. I feel like the stream has been long enough to warrant the ending song. Do we have an ending song? Let's see if we do. Match perfectly. Look at Mama June dancing a traditional Japanese ondo. And twirling her body like a snake. Or dragon, I don't know